wabarakatuh. Welcome back to Miss Ida's class. Today we have math session. In the last topic, we've already memorized about 3D shape. There are 5 3D shapes that we have to memorize. The first is cube. The second is cuboid. The third is cylinder. The fourth is sphere. The fifth is cone. Now, Miss Ida will give you further information about these 3D shapes. So, please take a look to the slide.
Three-dimensional or 3D shapes are shapes that take up space, all the things we can hold. Your book is a 3D shape. So is your soccer ball, as well as your birthday presents. Can you see how they each take up space? There are some features that are common across three-dimensional shapes. These features include faces, edges, and corners. The flat surfaces of a shape are called faces. No, not that type of face. The edge of a 3D shape is the line where two of its surfaces meet. And the corner is where two or more edges meet. A corner can also be called a vertex. The faces of 3D shapes often contain 2D shapes that you may already know. Maybe you can recognize some of these 2D shapes as we go through a few examples. Here are some three-dimensional shapes and their features. This shape is a cube. A cube has 6 faces that are identical, 12 edges, and 8 corners. All of the faces, edges, and corners are the same size and length. Can you see how each face of the cube is a square? This shape is called a rectangular prism. A rectangular prism has 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 corners. It's very similar to the cube, except instead of all the faces being squares, they're rectangles. The opposite faces of a rectangular prism are always the same size. However, some 3D shapes have more than just flat surfaces. Some have curved surfaces. But we don't call them faces because faces are always flat. This shape is called a cylinder. A cylinder has 2 circles on each end that are the same size, with a tube in the middle. It has 2 flat faces and 1 curved surface. The cylinder also has 2 edges, but no corners. Remember, a corner is where 2 or more edges meet. In a cylinder, there are no corners because its 2 edges do not meet. This is a cone. Not an ice cream cone, unfortunately, but it is the same shape. A cone has a circle at its base and a point at the other end. It has 1 flat face, 1 curved surface, one edge around its base, but no corners. This unique shape is a sphere. It's perfectly round, just like a ball. This means it has no flat faces, no edges, and no corners. Just one curved surface. How unique is that? That's what makes a sphere the perfect shape for a ball. It rolls around easily in any direction, and you can kick it without banging your toe on a sharp corner.
Okay, from the video, we know that face in the shape means the flat surfaces that we can find in the 3D shape. We can see in this cube, we can see there are 6 faces that we can find. The first is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, in the cube, we have 6 faces. Next is edges. From the video, we know that edges is like a line that connected from one square to another, from one shape to another. So, in this cube, we know that there are 12 edges that we can find in this cube. We can find it. Let's count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, now we move to the corners, or we call it vertices. In this cube, we call this one as vertices or corners. It is the 3 lines that gather in the one time. We call this corners. So let's count the cube vertices in this picture. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 in the back, 5 in the back, 6, 7, 8. So in this cube, we have 8 corners or 8 vertices. How about the cylinder? What is curved surfaces and what is flat surfaces? In the cylinder, we have curved surfaces. Curved surfaces happen when a shape meets a circle. So, not only a cylinder that have curved surfaces, but also a cone and also sphere. Look at this one is circle. So, cone has curved surfaces and also sphere. All of the shape is circle. So it also has curved surfaces. This is the table that maybe will make you easier to understand. There is a cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone, and sphere. Look at this. Between cube and cuboid has the same amounts of faces, edges, vertices or corners. They have the same amount. The difference is only the shape pattern. In the cube, we have 6 squares, and then in the cuboid, we have 6 rectangles. That's right. And the cylinder and also the cone, we will see they have one curved surfaces. Why? Because they have a circle among the shape. How about the sphere? The sphere has no faces, has no edges, and has no corners. So, sphere only has a curved surfaces. Okay, that's all the explanation from Miss Ida. Happy Idul Adha, my dear kids. Hopefully you understand about the explanation. Okay, after you know about the explanation, so Miss Ida hope that you've already understand about what is edges, what is faces, and what is vertices, and how many of them in each shape. So, Miss Ida have to say hamdalah now. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.